What is up, everyone, and welcome to episode 65 of the Party Chat podcast. As always, I am your host Squiggy, and I am joined by Slazo and Laura. Hello, you lovely people.
Hiya!
Hey-o.
How are you both?
Good, thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Oh well, that's a positive start. Positive. Come on, Slazo. Where's the positivity?
Back to the weekly grind. But hey, I've got to play games this week, so that was nice.
I've played a few. What have you been playing this week then, Slazo?
Started up Witcher 3 before I finally get around to giving that a whirl.
Oh, I saw you tweeting about that, actually, yeah.
When I stop sucking at it, I will probably have a lot of fun, but at the moment I'm in the I don't know how to win at combat phase.
Yeah, I think I played about 4 hours of it, maybe, and I'm still at that phase.
What I've learned from Googling for help is that the parry, which I've been so much relying on, it's terrible. Don't use parry. It's like,
Yeah. I think I tried to use it, and then I just give up and just thought, I'm just going to start button mashing, and hoping for the best.
Yeah, it's just basically knowing kind of which stuff you need to fall back on more than other things. So I'll give it another go a couple more times over the next week, and we'll see if it sticks a bit more.
Yeah, are you enjoying like the visuals and stuff like that, and the voice acting and everything, or is it?
I mean, I couldn't give a rat's ass about visuals, but the voice acting is cool. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now that I think about it, they have voiced a lot of stuff in it. So
yeah. Have you come across the Geordie yet?
No, and maybe I don't know.
Oh, you should.
Is he in like the first village?
I think he is. I think he's in the pub.
Oh, in that case, yeah, I've talked to him.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
I know which one you mean now. Yeah.
Yeah, you have come across the Geordie. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. I was buzzing when he turned up. I was like, "There's one of me in the game."
Wow. I mean, when I bump into the Welshman, then I'll be happy.
Oh, there's no Welshman in The Witcher.
Well, then this game isn't going to last much longer.
Have you played anything else, or just The Witcher?
I mean, if you want me to go into it, oh sure, but...
No, you can go into a little bit of what you've played if you want, you know.
Cool. I also started playing Age of Empires 2 again, because I've had that on Steam for like a year. So I thought, yeah, I'll start playing this again, and my god, I've missed that game.
People play their Steam games.
Well, basically, I thought I'm on my PC a lot. I may as well start playing some more of these games I've bought over the last 5 years.
My god,
it's crazy. It's a crazy idea.
That's crazy. You're crazy.
It was either that or Civ, and I went, I'll try Age of Empires again.
I don't think I've played an Age of Empires game ever. I don't think. I'm trying to remember.
Did you not play them when they first came out back in the day?
I don't think so, no. I don't think I was ever interested in, like... I think we spoke about this when we talked about Halo Wars, that I'm not a fan of those type of games.
No, that's fair.
So I don't think I've ever played it. I don't think. I'm trying to think, but I don't remember it. But yeah.
It's... Anything else? Oh, Struth.
Sorry, before you were going to tell me about Age of Empires, I thought I'd quickly interrupt you there.
No, nothing else really, as of late. Just those two.
Just those two. Laura, have you been playing anything this week?
No.
No. Wow. Okay.
No, actually, that's a lie. I played some Rainbow Six. I'm lying. Why am I lying?
I thought you played Rainbow Six. I remember seeing you play Rainbow Six.
I was doing the tutorials and stuff and getting used to it. I say that, I was skipping all the cinematic that told me what to do in the tutorials.
And then struggling to work out what to do.
No, maybe.
Yes,
little bit.
Of course.
I did see a fantastic Tumblr post earlier that I shared, actually, on my one of my social medias, which was like, I'm an independent gamer who needs no tutorial. And then underneath it said, but then you have to ask someone how to get over the wall. And I was like, this is real. This is me!
This was me on Rainbow Six.
Yeah, Rainbow Six is fun. It's cool. I like Terrorist Hunt. That's still
so you
epic.
like terrorists?
No,
I was
like
going to stop there.
I like Terrorist Hunt, which is a game mode in Rainbow Six Siege. I also probably did some Dead Rising technically this week at some point, because I really love Dead Rising because I'm able just to play it quickly and kill loads of things.
Is Dead Rising 4 good? Because I've been told that I should pick
love
it up.
I love it. I would pick it up. It depends what you want from a game. If you want a hard-driven story and that's really long campaign, then no. But if you just want something you can pick up and kill things in a creative way that just generally feels fun and it's kind of got a lot of humour and stuff, then go for it.
Yeah. I'll give it a look.
I really like the camera. Obviously, you're a photojournalist in it, you're Frank West or whatever, and it's like taking the selfies with a lot of zombies behind you and just getting that right moment before you get damaged. And you're just like trying to line up the selfie.
You can take selfies with zombies?
Yeah.
Sold. Just pause the podcast a second, I'm just going to order the game.
It's actually amazing. Like, I had basically, there's also like survivors in the game, obviously, who have weapons and like killing some of the zombies. I had one where one of the survivors had thrown a grenade and all the zombies went up in the air, and at that exact moment I had my selfie position out and there was like a picture of all these zombies in the air behind me and just me like, yeah, and you can change the facial expression of your character. I had quite fun with that. So,
That sounds cool. Yeah, maybe I'll add it to my list once I start finishing some games, which could take a while. A very long time. But I've made a start. So this week...
Have you?
I have, actually. This week I started playing the single-player campaign of Infinite Warfare. Finally.
Nice.
Isn't that quite short?
It feels like it's quite short. Like, I think I'm 5 missions in, and I think there's only 7, like, main missions. But you've got to do side missions
Wait,
as well.
what? Oh, okay, I was going to say.
Have you played it, or...?
No, I haven't touched Infinite
No.
Warfare, mate. It was all just the remaster. That's all
I'm
I
positive
based it
there's
on.
like... I think there's 7 main missions, but then there's about 5 or 6 side missions, but you don't have to do... I don't think you've got to do all of the side missions, you've only got to do certain ones. So
Right.
some of them are optional, some of them are mandatory. But they're not very long, as I found out. But yeah, I'm quite enjoying it. It's better than what I thought. Like, they've made more of an effort with sort of characters in it and everything. Like, instead of just having the generic, oh, I'm a big badass soldier, oh, I'm gonna shoot my gun. Like, they've given them all, like, there's a little bit of sort of like story behind them all, and obviously I'm quite enjoying it, actually. It's like mixing up the gameplay as well. So you've got some on foot sections, but then some sections in your Jackal as well, which is basically what probably Star Wars Battlefront should have been, if I want to be really mean.
I mean, be mean.
But no,
Why not?
I'm enjoying it. Like, I really want to get back to playing some of the campaign. I've not played it for a couple of days, so I want to get back to playing that. But I've been dragged away by rigs for PlayStation VR. I suck at rigs. I'm just throwing that one out there. I absolutely suck at it.
So,
But
like
it
every
is-
other game.
Shut your whole mouth. But it is so much... I don't suck at every game.
Okay.
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm sorry. Continue with your
Yeah.
run.
But no, I'm enjoying rigs. I'm just really bad at it. Like, the problem I've got with VR is that I can't play it for long sittings because you get that hot with the headset on. Like, in my room. So I hate to think what it's going to be like in summer when it's like a furnace outside, a furnace inside, and you've got the VR headset on your head.
I love
Just
the fact
open a window.
My window's been open in the winter.
rich people problems right here.
And
Rich
it's like-
people problems.
First world problems.
Yeah,
And it's like-
my fancy headset makes my head hot when it's sunny outside. Oh
No, it is like it's warm, but no, I'm enjoying it. Like, I am getting a little bit better. It's a bit of a learning curve. Like, obviously moving your head up and down to aim, so I'm learning something new. Like, compared to just using the stick and everything. But no, it's good fun. If you've got a PlayStation VR and you've not picked it up, I recommend you give rigs a go, because it is. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with it. The matches are only like 5 minutes long as well, like each match, so pick up and play really. But no, it's good fun. I think that's all I've been playing. Have you got any other games you want to talk about quickly before we move on?
No, because I pretty much put my love of Dead Rising over, and that's all that's important to me right now. So I'm good.
Slazo, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good. Well, let's start with some housekeeping. This is the Party Chat Podcast, brought to you every Wednesday by Retro Remastered. You can find us on iTunes and all other podcasting services, good or bad. We also post at retroremastered.com, which is on Wednesday, 9 o'clock in the morning. And we post on YouTube, youtube.com/something. Just search for Retro Remastered, you'll find us. And that goes up around about Wednesday. I can't give a time anymore, but around about Wednesday. It did.
I love
it went up-
roundabout
It's
Wednesday.
getting more and more.
No, it
like,
went up. It went up at 2 minutes past 9 this Wednesday. Just for the record.
Impressive.
Yeah, only because I saw the tweet on my phone saying that the podcast had actually gone live on iTunes and stuff. And I was like, oh, I'll quickly do that on YouTube. So there you go. I'm getting better. So you know what's going to happen this week.
So you can look forward to that on Friday.
Friday, I was going to say Sunday. As we're recording the next one, I'll put the other one live. Yeah. But anyway, we'll move straight on to the main content of our podcast. So, we're back to normal because the festive season is over. So we'll jump straight into the news this week.
Sorry, when did we become a pantomime in this podcast? And let's everyone give it an
Give me an
no,
R.
it isn't.
Oh, yes.
No,
yes,
it's not.
it is.
Slazo, that is bad pantomime etiquette. The line after you say R is, you can do better than that, kids. And that's when they do a louder R. Come on
then.
now.
You can do better than that, people.
Ah! Oh, just me. Oh.
Just you. Well done, Laura. You did enough for 2.
My pantomime etiquette is on point. But continue with your hot news.
Please.
Oh, yes, it is.
Please,
So
Welcome.
we'll jump straight into the news this week. There's not really that much news because it's been the festive season. So I've got 4 items on my list, and we'll start with something we spoke about quite a lot in last week's podcast of our predictions for 2017. I believe that you two were adamant that Mass Effect wasn't going to release this year, and I was saying it's going to release, but probably very late on in the year. I think that's right.
Yeah.
So we're both wrong, but you two are a little bit more wrong.
Now, you see, it's not out yet.
It's not out yet. There's still a chance, but
yeah, it's going to get delayed. I'm putting it out there.
The big news coming out was that Mass Effect Andromeda has been given a release date of the 21st of March in North America and the 23rd of March in Europe. Now, if you're like Slazo and Laura, you will take that with a pinch of salt. If you're like me, you're excited and you can't wait till the 23rd of March.
I love it when games out of nowhere suddenly get release dates announced despite having not really had anything shown that they're that far along.
It's weird, like, they showed some gameplay at CES, but it was only like sort of customizing your character more than anything. It wasn't like proper, like actual, you know what I mean, like the proper actual gamey gameplay, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird, like, not seeing much of it.
Like, this game is supposedly, like 2-3 months away, and it has yet to have, like, a big coming out party, which makes no sense, considering this is meant to be one of the biggest games of the generation, you'd think.
Well, that's the thing, like, there's another news story saying that it's not coming out on the Switch, but I was wondering if they've done this, and then they're going to show off the gameplay at the Switch event, and it actually is coming out on the Switch.
No.
That was the only thing I could think of, like, why release it? Why put a release date of March, but not have any gameplay footage? There's got to be an event in between where you're going to show it.
No, I just think it's not ready.
It's probably not, to be fair. There's been a lot of like rumours about there being some like development issues and stuff like that as well, so yeah, you're beginning to make me feel negative now.
It's just a franchise like Mass Effect, why are we being this tiptoey and secretive about it?
Yeah, because the only thing I can think of is that EA want to sort of follow the Fallout 4 thing where it was shown off once pretty much.
Yeah, but they failed that when they talked about it at E3 like 3 or 4 years ago.
But yeah, that's what I mean. Like, maybe they're sort of trying to basically, and Mass Effect never happened 3 or 4 years ago. Yeah, it was mentioned once, but that's the only thing I can think of, that they're sort of going for a Fallout 4 like thing where they're not showing off much gameplay and it's just going to be like released pretty much. But I don't know. Like, I'm excited because it's a Mass Effect game, but because of like what you're saying, why we've not really seen anything, and the fact that there's been rumours of like development issues and stuff like that, like behind the scenes stuff, that I don't know what it's going to be like. There's going to be a big day one patch, I can guarantee that one, but that's every game. But I don't know. It's like I'm torn on it. I want it to be good.
I'm sure it will be perfectly adequate.
Like, I really want it to be good, but
it'll be No Man's Sky with a Mass Effect skin.
No, Slazo, don't do that to me.
Can you imagine if it was? Can you imagine? And Squiggy had to do the podcast after or do the review, and it's just like, I hate you, Slazo would be his ultimate review.
Do you know what? Do you know what? Though? If that's the case, it's disappointment 2017 already.
Is it?
Yeah.
You know what? If that was the case, I'd buy it day one.
Well, different strokes for different folks. But you've not played a Mass Effect game, have you, Slazo?
Outside of like 10 minutes of the first one.
No. So you're not like fussed.
I don't have the emotional investment that millions of others do. No.
Because you've played all 3, haven't you? Laura? Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yeah, twice.
So what are you excited for Andromeda then? Because you've played it.
No.
Like, you're not excited
I love
at all.
Mass Effect, but they've managed, like, when it was first announced they were going to do another one, I was like, yippee doodah, happy days, right? And since then, it's been a few years, and I'm now like, I really feel you've made me bitter and twisted towards hope. And I've seen games come and go, and I just can't get hyped for a game I don't trust will be good till I play it for myself. And then if it ends up rocking my world, I'll be very happy. That's how I feel, Squiggy. Yeah. Because that trailer they showed, the one that was more about, I want to say it was the PlayStation
The PlayStation Pro event where they showed the little hop in between the things. Yeah.
It was all about making sure it looked good, and it looked good. Don't get me wrong. But I got nothing from it. It was very
like
boring.
it wasn't really. It didn't show off much gameplay really. Like,
yeah, I was. It's like watching a pretty picture. There's only so many angles you can look at it from.
Yeah.
One. The answer is one. But yeah, when I see more, maybe I'll be a bit more hyped, or maybe it will have to wait till I play it for myself, which could end up being a good thing, because we've all been victim to going into a game too hyped, see No Man's Sky, Squiggy, and being disappointed by what it offers.
I know what you're on about.
I think you do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it might work out better for me, and I'll be like, yeah, after I played it. But
yeah, I think the only positive thing for me is that I'm not really around when it launches, so I'm not gonna be getting a day one, so I've got time to sort of see people's opinions on it and stuff, and then decide from there if I want it or not, or it might come down in price by then if it sucks miserably. So that's the only positive spin I've got really for that, because I was positive before we started talking about it, but now I'm feeling quite negative about it, and I'm blaming Slazo mainly. Like
that's fair.
I'm blaming
That's
you. For
perfectly
that.
fair.
I'm blaming you for my negativity.
I think you should thank Slazo though, because he might dial down your hype.
Well, if it turns out rubbish, I'll be thanking Slazo. If it turns out bad about it, Slazo, you were wrong. Even though you made me negative, you were wrong.
Okay, then I'll be like, I'm not playing this game anyway, so don't bother.
But yeah, no, that'll be interesting. So next on my news list is some PlayStation Plus news. So January's PlayStation Plus games has been released. I don't think we spoke about this.
No, we didn't.
No. So it's out now, but we may as well talk about it. On the list is, when I can find my list, is Day of the Tentacle.
Yeah!
Which I'm assuming you've played because of that.
No, but yeah, it's a good game.
Oh, that's
I've not played
awkward.
Day of
Just
Tentacle.
cheers it. No, I haven't played it.
I haven't played it, but you know.
Don't even know what it is.
I know, fuck off.
It's Tim Schafer, Laura.
I know what
It's
it
up
is.
there with the Grim Fandango,
Oi!
the Monkey Island.
Oi! Don't be fucking about. I was joking about Slazo not knowing it is. Don't turn it on me.
Well, I just assumed. I shouldn't assume, because when you assume, you make an ass out of you and me, I know.
Look forward to Laura writing a revisited article where she's kind of alright with it, but passive-aggressively not alright with it.
Right. Is that... What's that reflection
that's
of?
like this podcast normally.
Grim
Yeah,
Fandango. Go on.
Laura.
Tell me that wasn't the narrative of that article, Laura.
Shut up! Move on! That's just my life, man. Move on.
You want us to move on? Okay, we'll move on. So, as also on the list is The War of Mine, these little ones.
Another game I've been meaning to play for forever.
Is that the Ubisoft one?
It's... I don't know if it's Ubisoft, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's kind of like Fallout Shelter in some ways, in that you're building an underground
Let's
kind of
have a quick
bunker
look.
and trying to keep people alive as shit goes
No,
wrong.
it's Deep Silver. Deep Silver, publisher, developer, 11-bit. Yeah, it looks like I think it got decent reviews, didn't it?
It's done quite well, if I remember, as a review.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to playing it, because it is one of the, like, I don't want to say AAA indies, but one of the notable indies.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. I think I'll add that to my list of downloads. There's also a procedurally generated stealth game called The Swindle.
Now, you see, I hadn't heard anything about this until about last week, and
I remember seeing this.
I'm mildly interested now, because it kind of does a good kind of risk-reward mechanic, where basically it does the whole thing of, oh, do you want all this money, but you might die, but you want all this money, right? It's like,
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I remember seeing this somewhere. I don't know where it was, but I remember seeing it like in a video, maybe like a reel or something. And I
Right.
think it looked quite cool, but I never knew what it was. But I'll add that to my list as well. Also on the list is Titan Souls for the PS4 and
Yeah, everyone. I know another indie I've been meaning to play. It was actually quite a good lineup this month, and Titan Souls is like another cool one where it's like you have one life. So
oh god, I'm not playing that.
it's like Dark Souls in some ways, but not completely. It's essentially you've got one life to try and kill bosses, but none of the bosses are hard or anything. Like you can beat them in like 2 or 3 hits if you know what you're doing. So it's a case of learning the method and being able to execute it.
I'm not playing that. One life, nope. There's also another couple of games which aren't as big. There's a puzzle game called Asken 2, The World Beneath,
Never
for the PS4 and
heard of
Vita. I think it's like where you've got it, like Bejeweled, where you had to match the 3 colours and stuff to get
Bejeweled, like every other match-free game ever. Got it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty much like that. And then there's a PS3 game which is called Blaze Rush, and apparently it's an isometric racing game. And I don't really know much about that.
Isometric.
It's
sorry.
got like on Steam, it's got a 9 out of 10. On Metacritic, it's got 66%. So yeah, take that with a pinch of salt.
Okay.
Good to know.
That's a mixed message. If I've
Yeah,
heard one.
exactly. Yeah, one place gives it 9 out of 10, the other place gives
when
it...
you said 9 out of 10, I was like intrigued, and then you said...
Yeah,
and
I know,
was
I
like,
thought I had to get that one in there. But yeah, that's the PlayStation Plus games available this month till the 7th of February, I think. They're available till. So yeah,
Beautiful.
so download them, get on it. I'll be adding them to my list. I probably won't download them for a while, but add them to my list.
I mean, even if you do download them, you won't play them for a while. Hashtag Squiggy style. Hashtag, don't know I'm throwing shade, I won't even download them.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. So
That's a long hashtag, I'm sorry.
yeah. So next on my list is about Super Mario Run. So we spoke about how well it had done on its first couple of days of launch, I think.
Yeah.
But now, apparently, it's earned $30 million in 2 weeks. $30 million. So 90 million people have downloaded the game, but only 3 million people have purchased the game at $10, which would explain the $30 million, obviously.
Which is still pretty impressive retention rate.
Yeah. It's a conversion rate of 3.4%, in case you wanted to know.
I think that's personally pretty good.
I think that's
To get people who've downloaded a free game to pay like $10. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I think that's impressive. Like, because you get quite a bit for. Do you get quite a bit for free as well?
No,
Doesn't matter then.
you get the first few levels.
But sometimes that's enough for people. Like sometimes people will just, can you play it again and again?
What, the 3 levels?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like sometimes that could just be enough for people just to play again and again if they don't fancy it.
I know, it's just the whole $10 thing.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. Like instead of paying the 10, like I think $10 is quite expensive for an app, like for a App Store game. But it's one that you would probably pay for if you knew, like, if it was Nintendo, if that makes sense.
Yes and no. I mean, I saw reviews and saw it was pretty lightweight, so I didn't bother buying it. But
It's not. I don't buy mobile games, so I wouldn't start here, and I'd probably just.
You don't play mobile games, Squiggy, and
Well,
we
that's
did
the
this
thing.
before.
Like, yeah, we've done this before. Like, I don't buy mobile games. I don't play mobile games. Although I have started playing a mobile game, which I probably should have spoke about before.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What'd you play?
It was a
Right.
cricket. It was a cricket game.
Oh, no. No, doesn't count.
No, we won't talk about that.
No,
'Cause
move on.
we know what Slazo like with cricket, but it's game of the year already.
He's bowled over, let's be honest.
Oh, I like that. Smashed it out the
Thank
park.
you.
Oh my god.
Thanks.
Well done, Laura.
Can we
You're
duck out of this conversation?
Oh, you're getting good, yeah.
Oh, I like that.
You could
I'm
bowl
killing
it
myself
over like
now,
that, Slazo.
folks. I'm killing myself. You can't reuse puns!
I love the fact that Slazo is like the least sporty person I know, probably, and the fact he made an excellent sport pun makes me so proud.
It's a proud moment. So episode
It was.
65, Slazo made us proud. That's what we're going to call this
I
episode.
thought you were just going to say Slazo made a pun, just like that was
Well,
something
there's that
different.
as well. Slazo made it
Slazo
funny.
made a... I think that's
But yeah,
cooler.
so Super Mario Run's doing well for Nintendo. Well, if you think 30 million in 2 weeks is good, which I do.
It's money.
It's money.
That,
I wish I
validates Nintendo's we're going to mobile
I wish I
approach.
could make 30 million in 2 weeks. So
Between Super Mario Run and Pokemon Go, Nintendo have gone, this mobile market's pretty good for us.
yeah, so that'll see some more. Be interesting to see how the next games after that.
I'll be interested
Go.
to see if we get mobile kind of apps integrating with Switch games coming forth.
Yeah. Because there's rumours, well, not rumours, but Animal Crossing for the mobile has been pretty much, I think that was
Animal
confirmed.
Crossing, Fire Emblem.
So then you would think that they could link with the Switch, but we'll talk about that later on. We'll talk about that. So that's for later.
Okay.
For later. So, our last news item is Alien Covenant is getting its own VR game. So, Alien Covenant is the newest Alien movie to come out, I believe.
There's a new Alien movie?
There's a new Alien movie, yeah. It's got Michael Fassbender in it, I think. It comes out on the 19th of May.
Okay. Well, no wonder I've not heard of it yet.
I mean,
Yeah.
a
There's
lot
been
of
a trailer.
advertising. I mean,
I
yeah.
thought you meant it had come out.
No,
Not that it was
no, don't be silly.
Oh, okay.
So that's coming out then. But apparently there's rumours, well, not rumours, but there's going to be a VR spin-off to the game. Yeah. So, remember Alien Isolation?
Yes.
So that got Oculus Rift support, I think.
Okay.
But it didn't have... I think it had, like, bits of it, but it didn't have, like, proper full support, so people were quite disappointed. I wouldn't be disappointed, because there was no way I would play that game in VR. No way. At all. Would you?
I mean, I don't play VR games, so...
But, like, if you... Would you play, like, an Alien game in VR? I was scared enough playing the Alien game, like, normally.
Oh.
There's a horror game I played for you. Alien Isolation.
Many years ago.
Many years ago. 2-3 years ago, I think?
If I got you Resident Evil 7 and put a VR headset on you, would you play it?
When you say put a VR headset on me, was that forced and sellotaped to my head?
Yes.
Or then I'd probably have no choice.
Good.
But my eyes would be closed, I can tell you that one.
Look forward to that content coming to the website soon, boys and girls.
If I'm getting a free game. So yeah, Alien Covenant Virtual Reality Experience will be available as a paid app on major VR platforms. So the VR spin-off is going to be produced by the film's director and series creator Ridley Scott, and is described by the developer Fox Innovation Lab as a dread-inducing journey into the depths of the Alien universe. Yes.
That's deep.
That's deep. Are you sold on that?
Not at all.
No, I'm not
I've
either.
never heard anything more generic.
Yeah. It's just like, it's basically saying, it's going to be scary, it's going to have alien stuff in it. It's pretty much all, they could have just said that. But if it's cheap, I might give it a go. If this video gets enough likes on YouTube, I will give it a go and record it for your viewing pleasure. How does that sound?
It sounds like you're wishing we don't get likes. That's what that sounds like.
But I haven't set the total for likes yet, so it's like
Okay.
it's like 4 million likes or something.
Okay, what like total do you want? I think 15.
50. If this video gets 15 likes on YouTube, and this game
Video gets 1 like on YouTube.
No, because one of us can like it. That doesn't count.
Yeah, it's alright, I'm gonna carry on. 15's fine. I know 15 people.
If this gets 15 likes on YouTube, and it's not expensive, I will play it.
I'm sorry, I was just adding more rules.
Yeah, you got to add
No,
extra
I'm not going to
rules.
pay. If it's like 20, 25 quid, I'm not going to pay that to like poo myself on YouTube.
Why not?
Because I can do that for free and take a camera.
Video, and you've promised them content.
Yeah,
But at a certain
I
price.
don't like your system. You're just like them terrible people on Patron sometimes. The ones that say, pay this amount and get this. You're like, give me this many likes and get this, but you don't get this. It's a freaking lie.
But you will get it if it's a reasonable price. Like, I am not paying
It's
25...
not gaming then, is it? What if we get the likes and it's not a reasonable price? You'll be like, oh, sorry guys, you've been screwed.
If it's £15 or less, that'll do. Unless you... Look, if you want to chip in with some money to pay it, it's fine by me.
I offered to buy you Resident Evil 7 if you were going to play it in VR.
How much do I have to play in VR?
All of it.
Nope.
See? You can't win this game, boys and girls. You can't win this game.
No, you can't. If it is below £15, 15 likes, I'll play it and I'll record it for YouTube. Okay?
It's never going to happen.
No, because I'm going to delete the podcast when it gets to like 15 likes. It never happened. So that rounds up our news. Normally, while these two like sulk in the corner about me not getting scared on VR, we'd normally talk about games coming out this week, but there are actually no like big titles coming out. There's probably a few indie games which I can't actually remember any names of, but there's no sort of big titles coming out because it's just after Christmas. Who's going to release a game at this point of time? This is where Slazo reels off like a list of games.
No, I was just checking like one game, but no, it doesn't come out till the week after. So.
Is it a JRPG?
I was checking Gravity Rush actually.
Yeah,
So
that's it.
That's
Is it
the
the 18th that comes out?
18th,
Yeah. So we'll talk about that next week. But yeah, so now we will move on to our topic of the week. So,
plugs first.
do you want to plug first, or do you want to plug?
I want to. Well,
Slazo wants to plug. I'll let Slazo plug.
I'm plugging
Go on,
now.
Slazo,
So
you plug.
the year has been and gone, but if you want to check out some of the best articles we wrote over the year, including like our Fave Fives, some really cool opinion pieces on stuff like Overwatch and Undertale, and we had a bunch of content on Pokemon and Plants v Zombies. Garden Warfare, I almost said Modern Warfare. Garden Warfare 2.
I love
Although
Plants
we
v
did have an
Zombies.
I
article
was
on
going
Call
to
of Duty
say
4
there was Modern Warfare.
There was that.
But there was no
And
plants or zombies hurt in the making of that.
But basically, yeah, if you head on over to the site, you'll see a best of 2016 with all of that and a whole lot more. There's a couple of the podcasts where we did the quizzes highlighted as well.
They weren't highlights.
And you won one of them.
That one was a highlight. We'll go with that.
No, they were all highlights because they tell a story of a journey of triumph, an underdog
To be
tale.
fair, it's not really a triumph for me and you because we probably got, 5 questions right between us? Or something?
Squiggy! But the win's a win, and I'm counting it. I need all the wins I can.
You can count
Okay.
it. You can count it.
Can get.
If you want to view our most popular articles of the year, you can view the number 2 article, which was my JRPG 2016 roundup, or you can view the number 1, which was 8 things we'd love to know about Nintendo Switch, which conveniently...
Oh, I like
Dun,
it, Slazo.
dun,
I like it.
dun.
Which conveniently, thank you, Slazo, leads into our topic of the week. As you can probably guess, it is about the Nintendo Switch. So, the night after this podcast goes live in America, or Friday morning if you're from Europe or the UK, the Nintendo Switch presentation is happening. That's all I've got to say, really, where we're going to find out a few of the, probably more finer details of the Switch, the price point, probably some launch games, and the release date.
I should
Most
say
importantly.
that this will be in Japanese at first, but Nintendo have promised to do a subbed version a few hours later.
Yeah,
so.
so that, it's not going to be available till 1 o'clock in the morning, I think.
I'm not sure the exact time.
No, sorry, it's 11 o'clock Eastern time, so 3 o'clock and 4 o'clock in the morning.
It's early enough that you could, in theory, get out of bed early to watch it.
Yeah.
But why would you?
Yeah,
Because it's a Friday morning. You've got
Yeah.
work.
Yeah, but by the time it gets dubbed, you'll just be getting up at normal time anyway. So
Yes!
yes,
These are all true.
yeah.
Yeah.
So with that happening, I thought, why don't we talk about sort of our hopes and expectations for this presentation? Maybe some predictions for it as well. Maybe we can finish off with some of them, and then go back next week when we'll probably talk about all of that in the news and see how many we got right. So I'm hoping for. Obviously, it's going to be a March release date. I'm hoping for the middle of March. It gives me time to save up some money for that.
You think March? I think April.
I think they said it's going to be before the physical year, which would
Fiscal.
which would be the end of.
Before
March.
the physical year.
Sorry, physical before my physical year. So that would take you to the end of March, maybe like 2 days in April.
I think it'll be April. Not like in those 2 days. I just think it'll be stuff will have happened, so they'll be like April.
Yeah, I think. Well, I'd hope to see some decent third-party titles for launch. I think that's the big thing for Nintendo, that they need some not just third-party titles. They need some decent ones. So not like with the Wii U where they got Mass Effect 3 like 2 years after it came out on other consoles and stuff like that. So I
I
don't-
say
In
this,
fact, it was Mass Effect
we're-
3,
we're-
not Mass Effect 2.
We're expecting Elder Scrolls 5 on the Switch.
But
I'm expecting
the
the-
remastered version though, so it's still a brand.
so it's only a year old now.
Yeah, well, it came
I'm
out in
expecting
November.
FIFA, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe
FIFA comes out on everything ever.
No,
No,
because
no.
it wasn't the same quality or the same level. I'm expecting this FIFA to be equal to the other ones. And
Yeah.
that's why it'd be a big deal. Because I swear there's rumours that EA may have said they've got, it's going to be the sport in it. There was some, there's always rumours about sport and that. And I feel like the best way they could support is by FIFA because that's a guaranteed seller. I know we can all boo and that, but that thing was still selling on the Wii when the Wii was dead.
It was still
And the
selling on
PS2 when the PS2 was
Yeah.
dead. So let's be honest, if you can get FIFA and have it be a good version for as long as possible that's equal to the others, then
Didn't one of the FIFA games come out on PS2, PS3, and PS4?
yeah, it did.
Yeah, but not on
Yeah.
the Wii U.
Yeah, but it snubbed the Wii, so this is like a big deal. if
But
you
on the
get
Wii.
FIFA. Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
skipped
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
But it's I don't want to see sort of three Call of Duty Ghosts style age of games, or even Black Ops 3, that age of third party titles coming over. Because what's the point? Because I think we talked about this probably a few months ago. What's the point of saying third party developers saying we didn't get the sales that we wanted, but you're releasing old games?
You're releasing trash.
Yeah.
So,
So what do you expect? Sort of thing. So
Well, I still remember when they announced, oh boy, we're doing Deus Ex, and this was years after, and I went, no one cares. Literally no one cares. There's nothing to sell this on.
that's the thing. It's stuff like that. Sort of even the Batman one they released on the Wii U, the launch title that came out a year ago on
Yep.
PS3, I think, and 360.
Yep.
So what's the point? No one's going to buy it, because anyone who wanted to play it would have already had the console anyway, because that's how it works normally. So yeah, I'm hoping for some decent third-party, like, up-to-date third-party titles. Like what you said with FIFA and maybe Call of Duty. I don't know about Call of Duty, to be fair, but I can hope. What else? You got any hopes and expectations, guys and girls?
Third party.
Well, third party or anything.
Let's be honest, I'm hoping for anything that tell me the console is like the basic requirement, because it's not sold to me based on that trailer. I want something really original that's done by Nintendo, but that sounds really vague, but I know what I mean. I know that is vague. But anything, like, not third party. If Nintendo said this is our exclusive, but I want something that's not just Mario, Metroid, Zelda. I mean, can someone name these?
Well, I mean, odds Splatoon. I mean, odds are you're getting the
Splatoon
revamped versions of revamped versions of Splatoon and Smash Bros. U.
And
Yes.
and Mario Kart as well.
Oh, and Mario Kart 8, yeah.
I don't. If that's all I want is something completely different. Like if they could give me the new this year's Splatoon or the Nintendo Switch Splatoon
You're not getting
announcement
that
or thing,
anytime soon.
I know, but I can say what I want, Slazo, and that's what I'd ideally want. I want something that makes me go wow, because no matter how good, no matter how good a Mario game looks on that, I'm still kind of like, I know you were going to bring that to the table. If that makes sense. Deadly silence, like, doesn't make sense.
Yeah, and
Yeah, that's the thing. At the moment, I'm not sold on a Nintendo console. I can live without Mario. That's
but the whole point of Nintendo is they have a variety of franchises.
No, I know. But at the moment, I can live with basically without any of the Nintendo franchises.
I mean, what if they came out and said, "Here's the new Kirby"?
Yeah, no, I've seen as I haven't really bought a Kirby game on launch like ever, even though I love Kirby. He's not a console seller to me.
What if they came out and went, "Here's the franchise you care about from Nintendo the most"?
That's Mario, and as I just said, I'm over it. I've learned to live without Mario in my life.
So then there's nothing they can offer you.
No, there isn't. That's what I'm saying. They need something new. The only way they're going to get me any sales is by they go, look, here's a Nintendo
They're not
exclusive.
going to launch with a new IP.
No way.
Exactly.
No way
So
they're
they're
gonna
not going to
get
give
any
me
IP.
anything. You asked what I wanted. I said that's what I wanted. I didn't say it's what I thought would happen. What I think will happen will be like, hey, look, here's a new Mario Kart.
Wow.
And they will say it in that tone, like, hey.
Hey guys, is this gonna be like Ridge Racer? It's Ridge Racer. Ridge
Oh my God.
Racer.
I hope they do that. I hope they like push out a little replica Mario Kart, because you can buy them. You know, the ones you get in Toys R Us that you could, like,
Yeah, I've
if you're
seen
a
them.
kid. Yeah, wheel that out and then go, new Mario Kart, mic drop, and just walk away. That's what I want.
Peace out, guys.
That's all you need, guys. And I'll be like, look, I've got it.
So if there was a new Mario Kart, you'd buy it.
Nope.
Okay, so basically Laura's a lost cause.
Yeah, basically Laura's not going to buy the Switch unless someone like tells her it's a $5. And
Oh
even
my
then,
God!
she'd think twice
Even
about
then,
it.
I'm thinking I do like a $5. What kind of $5 are we talking? Like one of the ones that's worth a lot.
So Slazo, what are you? What we'll just have it me and you, Slazo.
Yeah, we'll do this bit.
Fuck off, Laura.
Well,
Okay, it's fine.
Price point is the big one, especially after the rumours that came out today of it being around the £200 mark. I saw, I believe.
I've seen that as well. Yeah.
Well, it comes out to under 200, but when you factor in British tax, by which I mean we live in Britain.
It'd be like 250 or something like
I don't
that.
mean actual taxes, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean like
the being British.
This is what you get for using a separate currency. So yeah, like 200. 200 would be nice. 250 is what I'm expecting.
Yeah.
And then
no,
dollars wise, it'll be what 250, 300 probably.
Yeah. No, I can see that as well. I think that's a decent price point, to be fair. But my only problem is that
I mean, I was happy with 250, so if it's 200, then I'll be over the moon.
Well, this is the thing, that you can get a PlayStation 4 for £200 now, and an Xbox One for £200. And I mean, I know like the Switch is sort of new technology in a way, like it's a new games console, like it's not been done before, sort of thing. The way it works, but it's like if you want to play games like next gen games, you would probably look to buy the cheapest console.
Do you buy a Nintendo console to play next-gen games, or do you buy a Nintendo console to play...
That's the thing. Like,
Because there's the reason why the old
Yeah.
joke of most gamers will have the Nintendo and one
Yeah,
of Sony or
well,
Microsoft.
this is the thing though, but that's gamers. So for like me and you, we probably will buy it for the Nintendo franchises. Laura, I don't really know about. Hi, Laura.
Fine.
But for people who just want one console, would they pay $250 for a Nintendo console?
But
when
by
they
that
can buy-
logic, they've already made their choice, and that was years ago.
Yeah,
So
but
does
that's
it
what I
really
mean.
matter?
So that's the sort of thing though. Like, say someone.
How many people are there still left at this point who don't own a PS4 or an Xbox?
Well, that's another thing as well. So I think the price has got to be very competitive to make people think about having a second console.
You think
people who
250 isn't competitive?
But
250 is
it's
quite
not-
pricey
it's
for a
not that
second
it's-
console.
That's what I mean. It's not that it's not competitive,
No,
but I
it's
think
not.
when you can buy a PS4 or an Xbox One for £200,
When a phone is 400 quid, 250 for a console is not bloody.
your phone's only £400.
See, bloody kids.
But yeah, that's my thing. I think they've got to be price it very competitively, and even if it means maybe not at a loss, but maybe not as much of a profit as what they wanted originally.
Nintendo don't make their consoles at a loss. Well, okay, sorry, no, I think the Wii U was at a loss, but that was it was under the assumption you buy a game and then they made their money back.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even they might have to do that with the Switch as well. But I don't know. I think it's interesting because I think if they price it at 200, I think that'll tempt a lot of people to buy one straight away, and it might might tempt people who already have a PS4 and Xbox One just to buy it just for the Nintendo games. Whereas at 250, I think you are asking a little bit much. I know it's only 50 quid, but that 50 quid can get you a game straight off.
Yeah.
That's my.
Don't mind me.
Sorry, Slazo, I just made you choke.
I'm welling up with emotion.
But that's my thing. Like, price point, game wise, I think there's going to be a lot of those remakes or upgrades or whatever you want to call them.
You'll have a lot of you'll have a lot of ports of games that have come out in the last year or so. You'll have Nintendo's, probably as I mentioned earlier, Smash, Splatoon, Mario Kart 8. At least two of those will be making an appearance.
Yeah. Have you seen the?
But then
rumors?
again, if they did a Smash game where you went all the DLC from the last one, like Ryu and Bayonetta Girl, and you can tell how good my memory is, and all the rest of them are in this on day one.
Bayonetta
I love
Girl is
Bayonetta Girl.
No, Bayonetta Girl is called Bayonetta.
No, but calling her Bayonetta Girl is just the full name. Last name Girl. Sorry.
But the point is more considering like how priced that DLC was. I'd be down there day one to have all of them and Cloud and everyone else.
Yeah, no. If they did something like that, and with Mario Kart with all the DLC as well, saying that, I think I've already got it all. But that's not the point.
I already have Mario Kart DLC.
Yeah, but like stuff like that.
What disappointed me with that was they did the first season pass. I was like, yeah, we're going to get tons of cool new tracks for this, and then they never did any more.
Yeah, I know. There was
They
so
never
much
put
potential.
Pokemon in it.
So much potential, but maybe they'll add some stuff there. But the main draw for me with the Switch is being able to play it on the go. So if I can play titles like Smash and Mario Kart, Zelda, like proper full like console-ish titles on the go, that's the big draw for me. So that might sway my purchase even more. Like if there's those games with all the DLC.
Battery life as well. Like, how long is this going to last on the move? Roughly. Because I know everyone. I've heard rumours both good and bad. So
Yeah, I've heard like rumours of sort of three hours.
I don't think it's 3. 5's the figure I've heard.
Well, I've been seeing 3, 5, and I've seen them. They'll get more out of it than that sort of thing. But I think 5, and I think 5 would be fine.
5 works brilliantly, but who knows?
Yeah, but then is that 5 on the lowest brightness settings and stuff like that?
It'd be 5 on bloody max brightness, mate.
No, that's what I mean. Like, if you turn the brightness up, are you then going to get like 2 hours?
No, that's the point. No,
stuff,
it better be 5 on a good setting.
Because then, what's the point in having a portable console with like 2 hours battery life?
I mean, I own a Vita, so
Well,
and
yeah.
a 3DS.
Yeah, fair enough. But for me, if I'm going on like a flight somewhere and I've got a 9-hour flight, I don't want my games console to conk out 2 hours into the flight.
Just bring along like several. Just keep switching eventually.
I know we're talking about rich person problems earlier, but I'm not that rich. And if it's $250 a time, I'm definitely not that rich.
You're not that rich, Squiggy. Tell me what consoles you own from this generation. Is it all of them?
How embarrassing! He
I
got you there.
I got a good bargain on them. I'm a gamer. What can I say? I got a good bargain. I like a bargain.
Carry on.
I've got nothing else to say now. You've thrown us off course.
I love the fact that was such a good argument that he sealed it up, and there's nothing you could do apart from go. Sorry.
Not my fault.
GG Slazo. Let's be honest.
It's fine, Laura. I mean, what are the odds of you owning them all as well?
At least I play on them.
I don't have a good PC though. He has a good PC, so he's worse. So
And at least,
yes.
at least I play on all 4 of my things as well.
And I reckon I play the Wii U more than Squiggy does.
You
And I reckon
do.
I've played the Wii U more than Squiggy has. Because I've probably finished a game, which he probably hasn't.
That's probably very true, but
I know, and you're the one trying to buy a Nintendo Switch. What up?
but you're the one who's finished games on the Wii U and says no Nintendo franchises appeal to you on the Switch.
That's true. But I played Lego City. Oh, that's what I need, Lego City.
There we go. I knew I was going to get it out of you eventually.
They were going to re-release that on... they're re-releasing it on Xbox, aren't they? Xbox One and PS4 or whatever. I think it's both of them. That one. So if Nintendo Switch has the sequel to it first, oh my god. Consider me Legoed. Sorry, that's not right. Consider me sold.
Legoed.
Consider me Lego. I'm gonna be all Lego and buy a Nintendo Switch. No, I've got nothing. I'm sorry.
Oh god. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, any more hopes and
I actually
expectations?
stole some fun. That makes it worse.
Shut up.
I'm sorry.
feel
back to the corner, Laura. We'll call on you when we need you.
Okay.
there is one. I don't think it'll be at the conference, but I would like to see with the Switch like an improved attitude to online for Nintendo, as in more just kind of the infrastructure they have. Because the fact I have a 3DS and the Wii U, and they're both I have them in my Nintendo Network ID, so that's okay. And you'd feel that would mean the two of them are interconnected, but they're not really.
Don't be silly, Slazo. Don't be silly.
The Miiverse is kind of different on both, and I can't really there's no unified store. There's cross purchase isn't really a thing. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, they're gonna have to. I think they're gonna have to fix that for the Switch, because that could be the first falling point of the Switch straight away. If their infrastructure isn't up to speed, like isn't as good as PSN and Xbox Live,
Yeah.
then there's no point. There's literally no point in having it, because even just like friends is more difficult on.
Okay, why do I have separate friends lists?
Well, that was.
Why don't I just have a friend list?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I just don't get it, but
It's the basic things like that by now you think they get it right, though. I mean, how they've had
That's
enough
what I just didn't
feedback.
get. Like, they introduced Nintendo Network IDs and I thought, this is it, it's all
there's also
fixed.
so many characters for Nintendo Network ID, so I can't have the same one on my PS4, Xbox, and Nintendo consoles.
Okay, that one doesn't bother me so much.
Yeah, but
No-
that's just the thing that annoys me. But it's the same with Blizzard. I can't have the same one on.
Wait, so you
Battle.net.
can't be Geordie?
I'm not Jodie. I'm not
Slice too long.
Jodie Squires on Nintendo or.
Oh,
Battle.net.
I think that's probably why I'm not pure FIFA rules on Nintendo, and I just didn't really think about it.
Yeah, that's more like a little petty thing than anything. But
It's a little petty, but it enables you to mix it up. But to be fair, if I had a better username than pure FIFA rules, then I would like them all to match across consoles, and that would annoy me, to be fair. If I was one of those people. Because it's easier just to say, oh, what's your handle? The same as everything.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
but I can't remember my Nintendo. I think my Nintendo one's Jodie Squig.
I think it's the same as my Twitter.
Mine's not the same as your Twitter, I hope.
Mine's the same as... I hope not. That'd be really creepy. We need to talk about this after the podcast.
Yeah, we'll have a chat.
Okay.
But yeah,
Give
I
me
hope-
back my handle.
But yeah, I do hope that they unify like everything.
Yep. And speaking of like downloads and stuff like that as well, like for the love of God, put a bigger hard drive in it this time, Nintendo.
Yes, none of that 32 gigabyte stuff.
I mean, I have the basic Wii U, which is 8 gig, but the fact that the Elite Wii U has 32 gig, I
Yeah.
could buy a USB with more memory than that,
Yeah.
like a stick.
I've got a stick in front of me which is the same size as my Wii U.
I mean, like, yeah, I've got a USB stick in my basic Wii U, which is double the size of the Wii U's hard drive. It's like, what the frick?
Yeah, come on, it's 2017 now. Come on.
We're in this year, like 500 gig at least, please.
But then again,
Especially
it
if you
depends.
want to try and push people to digital downloads.
Yeah, but that's the thing. If they want to push people to digital, then they've got to. But
Well, they are slowly embracing it.
yeah,
So.
but I think because the Switch is portable as well, they're going to try the best to do that. Because who's going to
Yeah.
want to carry around?
Discs.
Say that they're not discs, are they? But they're
cartridges.
cartridges, but yeah. But I'd,
Digital would be preferred.
yeah, because I think I've got Smash on digital, but that took up pretty much the whole hard drive space.
No, you see, I don't have any of my games on digital, but the bloody update files by the end of it, like to have Smash and Mario Kart and all the rest of the day, it was like, oh, there goes your 8 gig. It's like,
Yeah,
Jesus.
well, that's the thing. I think now, if I want to say download a game, because I think if you bought certain games, you got a game for free. Back in the day,
Yeah,
and was it
yeah,
Wonderful 101? Was that one of the games? I think.
can't remember.
And
Oh, right, yeah.
If you bought like certain Nintendo games, you got another Nintendo game for free. So I downloaded Smash, and I got the Wonderful 101 for free. But I couldn't download Wonderful 101 because because I didn't have enough space, because Smash took up all the space. So it's like, if I want to play the free game, I've got to uninstall the game I paid for to then play the free game. But then if I want to play the other game, I've then got to uninstall that game and reinstall it. And it's like, come on, Nintendo, like what you've done's nice, but come on, guys, think it through a little bit. It's but I think this could be this is either make or break for Nintendo, so they're gonna have to get it spot on.
It's not make or break.
It's make or break, I think, for them being a console manufacturer.
Rubbish.
I think it is. I think if this goes wrong, I think you'll see Nintendo
You think
games
the
on.
most successful video gaming company in existence is going to vanish? Okay.
No, they're not going to vanish. But the console,
They're not
going
gonna
to make consoles anymore.
They're not going to.
That's my opinion. But
no. You're not seeing Mario on a Sony system.
Laura,
Oh my god!
Laura would buy it then.
Oh my god! I'd literally be for the last reason. Like literally, it'd be the most unsellable thing they could ever do. Sorry, got really excited.
I think they've got to get this spot on. Otherwise, they'll struggle. I honestly think that, like, we all might disagree. Like, Slazo's just disappeared there with disagreement.
It's like, I'm done. That was a literal mic drop.
That was the mic drop.
Yeah.
But I honestly think that if this goes badly for Nintendo, then I don't think they'll make another console.
Everyone said that about the Wii U though, and I think they said it about the Wii. I know
And the
the Wii went
GameCube,
well.
not the Wii. No one ever said
No,
that.
people
But
before the Wii came out.
Nintendo
Before
pulled out
the-
the bag with the GameCube. They pulled out the bag with the Wii. And
I
then
think the
Wii U
Wii was
didn't.
definitely more out the bag. The GameCube they didn't. The GameCube wasn't.
flopped.
The
It
GameCube
flopped,
was
but
not set.
Anyone
It
who
was-
played it was their favorite.
Yeah, but that doesn't make them a business.
Yeah, but that doesn't make money.
Yeah.
No, but
that's
it meant they could carry on because there was actually support for it. Whereas with the Wii U, there's not really that
They've
much
still
support.
made money.
No, I see what. No, I know Squiggy's trying to imply that basically the GameCube gave everyone lots of games, so anyone that played it was looking at what Nintendo did next and definitely buying it. They just had to attract another audience.
But you're so
to make it
laser
sell
focused on the Wii U that the 3DS just doesn't exist in your mind then.
That is true. They had that, Squiggy.
The what?
I'm sorry, you're on your own here, Squiggy.
The 3DS. I don't think the 3DS has been as much of a success as the normal DS was.
Oh,
As much as the normal DS, no, it's
That's my
still been a
opinion.
massive...
but
It's
the
still been
3DS
a
has been
but it's not been as successful. And if
no,
this,
it hasn't been. It hasn't been a massive success. That thing you two bought, the new 3DS, is that what that's called?
New 3DS was a massive flop, but...
With its
Yeah.
own games, and I still can only name one. I can't remember what it was. The one that came out on launch of it.
Xenoblade? Was it Xenoblade?
Xenoblade, it was Xenoblade, yes.
Yeah. That's the only one I can remember.
The only one.
Yeah. So that went well for them. But no, obviously my prediction for 2017 was that the 3DS was going to be phased out. That's more why I'm saying that the Switch has got to be nailed on, if that makes sense, because it's got to take over the mantle of two consoles. But then if they don't phase out the 3DS, it won't be as bad, because they'll still have that.
Yeah, but then you remember we talked earlier on about how they made 30 million off Mario on iDevices, so they're still making money.
Yeah, but then how much money could they make if they move Mario to another console? More than 30 million.
No.
I think they would make.
It's
shit
not
ton of money.
happening. Like, this is just what all the conspiracy theorists and naysayers have been saying for literal decades, and Nintendo are still going strong.
Yeah, I see what
So-
Squiggy's trying. Squiggy's just trying to say the critical opinion, I think, rather than the sale opinion, right? You think
I'm trying to say my own opinion, to be honest, Laura.
No, but you're looking at it from how critically acclaimed the games and how much demand there is for more games of Nintendo after the Wii U, not
Yeah,
how many.
yeah, I think-
that's what
yeah.
you're looking at. You're looking at when the GameCube ended. It might not have sold to a load of people, but people were still like, "I would love to see another Zelda because so and so was so good. I'd love to see another Mario Kart because so and so was so good." But with the Wii U, it's like Smash Bros. is good.
Bayonetta 2, Splatoon, Super Mario Maker, Mario Kart 8, Smash Brothers for Wii U. First ever multiplayer Mario in 3D.
And how did that sell?
Pretty alright.
Not as well as it could have.
No.
If it was on a PS4,
But it wouldn't have sold. It wouldn't have sold as well as it could have was on the GameCube. Yeah, but it wouldn't have sold as much on the PS4, Xbox One as it would have on the Wii.
Well, no, because the Wii was a.
So why isn't every console just the best-selling console ever? God.
Because it's not.
Exactly, because they can't all be the Wii and the PS2. So why act like they will be?
Yeah, but there's a difference between selling how many is the Wii U sold?
The Wii U, 13, 14 million.
Yeah, how many is the PS4 sold?
PS4's 40, I think.
Yeah, my point.
Wow, so yeah, every game ever should just go to one system.
No, I'm not saying that.
Nintendo should just put their games on PC, because there's billions of those.
Here we go.
My
I am not
God.
saying that, Slazo. That isn't the point I'm not trying to make. But anyway,
It is slow.
let's just move on to our final topic of the show, the top 50, where one of us nominates a game for this top 50, gives a little sales pitch, not a sales pitch, but a pitch, and then we take a vote and decide if it goes in. It's Laura's turn, so take it away, Laura.
Oh, I was just... Damn you! Right. I'm going to pitch something that I've never truly loved myself, but it's for what it maybe represents, but you're going to probably destroy me for it. So this is going to be brief. I'm nominating Counter-Strike. Right?
What, the
Thank
original?
you. The original Counter-Strike that was released in 99, then, updated for, ever, and people kept going back to it. I know there's loads of sequels to it, but basically the Counter-Strikes that followed were pretty much, Counter-Strike. So I'm nominating this, obviously, Terror 2 Counter. I'm basically nominating this because I see it as a trailblazer, and this is where Slazo's like, no, it's not, for online competitive gaming, because it was you form teams, you use clans, it's had the thing, basic maps, and it was all very skill-based and stuff like that. And I think for that reason, being what it was, that has its place in being one of the top 50 games of all time, because it basically did just the simple online game, but did it better than anyone else had at the time, that it could then be competitive and stuff. And then the other thing is because of what it represents to the modding community, because it did begin as a mod for Half-Life, I think. Yep.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, and the fact that Valve later purchased it and then developed it into a full game, and it was a mod within a mod, insane. And I don't know, I just think it's... This is the thing, I think Counter-Strike it's not generally for me, but I think it's one of those things, if you get and you love, there's nothing like it, and it's still able to compete today. And that's why I was going to nominate it for the top 50. I feel like I'm not the best person to sell it, but I think it's one of the most intelligent ever designed shooters, because it seems really basic, but the maps, they're just intelligently designed that you can play it again and again, and it's just, then evolved with the mod and just tight community and stuff like that. That's my pitch. It's really nervous, because I really don't know Counter-Strike as well as other games I've pitched, but I know of it from a respectful point of view. So... that's what I'm at. Guys.
Didn't Team Fortress 1 come out before Counter-Strike?
But it didn't go competitive.
What?
What? I mean,
Fortress 1 is a competitive shooter, yes.
I don't think it was an esport. I mean competitive in the sense that it moved into that thing, and I'm checking the release.
Counter-Strike 1 wasn't really an esport.
It went
Team
into...
Fortress came out before
No.
Counter-Strike.
Damn it! April 7th. It's the same year, guys. But okay, the mod thing still stands. But I swear that's the thing. And yeah, it wasn't the esports official league. Hang on, I'm getting the official name of this. Wasn't. Hang on, wait for it. Where's it gone? Oh, I wrote this down. This is why I shouldn't come prepared. When I try to prepare for things, I'm not very good at it.
The Esports Entertainment ESEA League.
Yeah, wasn't that created solely off Countersport, which is one of the biggest deals and one of the most things that ever happened in
It started
esports.
the first professional fantasy esports league.
Yeah, that's all because of which is the impact of Counter-Strike. Team Fortress didn't do that. Thank you.
No, it didn't.
So there's some credit about, moving into a professional competitive team and getting prizes and stuff because of Counter-Strike. And then Counter-Strike continued to be an, option for that sort of thing.
I've never played it. That's all I'm going to say. I've never played it.
I've played Source.
I've played Source, but I've not played.
Yeah,
it's just
I've
a
never
remake
played the
of it,
original.
but-
Yeah.
Yeah, well, every Counter-Strike 6 is basically the basic form with a little bit added. It's never really reached the same height that number 1 has, and that's why a lot of people stayed playing number 1 for as long as they have, and do.
I mean, Source is the most played one, isn't it?
Yeah,
By a
now,
long
Sid,
way.
but the other ones that, I mean, I'm talking about Counter-Strike, there's some shitty subtitles, Condition Zero,
Yep.
Oh, okay,
like,
yeah,
offensive.
But Source
The ones
is the
that
one-
were... Yeah, but Source is pretty much just a really updated one. I mean, there is years apart. What was that, 2004? I think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like, you know, I've just really struggled with maths then, like 5 years.
5 years.
Thank you. 5 years. So, I mean, the first one sold over 25 million units, which I don't know if that's impressive, but it feels like it should be impressive. Oh no, that's the franchise as a whole. My bad. I was like, that was way too impressive. Yeah, but that all started with number 1. There wouldn't be a franchise without number 1. Yes, nailed that. Yep, that's all I've got. I literally feel for its esports and what it did for modding is why I was nominating it as a top 50 game. But I feel you're going to shoot it down, which I understand, but I feel we had to discuss Counter-Strike because I think it is an important game. Yep. Feel like I wasn't the person to do so, but I was desperate.
Go on, Slazo.
I agree it's important. important.
I mean, the terrorist v counter-terrorist stuff and the objective-based match is due to teamwork, strategy, and skill, which,
None of us have.
I mean, but I mean, that kind of inspires a lot of games now, and I mean, it's something that was really, you take for granted now with shooters. Do you know what I mean? Like, Call of Duty, I mean...
Didn't it essentially, I can't remember the exact release dates of everything, but didn't CS really take Steam to go to the next level of actual multiplayer competitiveness?
I think it did, yeah. I mean, it was
Which was
Valve
something
as well.
CS Source did, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a lot to be said for the franchise in general and stuff like that. I mean, I think it was a game that... This is the thing, I think it is a game that's simple and delivered what it did, but then I think its impact's greater than the game, if that makes sense. That sounds really weird, but I know what I mean. I hope people listening do as well. Yep. Cool.
I've got really nothing to say on it. Like, I've not played it. I get what you mean about the esports stuff, but
And the mods.
meh. It started life as a mod to start with.
Yeah, it's a mod and a mod. It's a mod.
I mean, if you're going down that path,
exception.
Dota is more the more
Oh my
notable
god,
game,
okay,
so
I take it
you can't-
back.
From becoming a
I
mod.
take it
Sorry,
back.
from a mod to a full game.
Like, I don't doubt what you mean about the esports and stuff, but it might have been the first one of the esports.
It's Pioneer. Trailblazer.
Yeah, but I think
These words.
there's games since then that have done it better. Fair enough, it might not have been started because of that, but I think there's other games that have done it better, like Dota and like League of Legends and stuff like that. But I know they're different types of games, but I don't know. Like, it's a strange one. I've played it, and I still don't see why people like it. If that makes sense. Like, I don't think it's that good. It's not for me at all. I don't know what it is. I just don't think it's that good at all. I don't know. Have you played much of it, Slazo?
Not in a while, but I played a bit of it back in the day, and yeah, it was a different kind of competitive shooter.
Yeah.
One that required you to kind of, especially because of the way you had to essentially buy equipment, and
Yeah.
so you had to plan each run individually, and you couldn't just rest on your laurels at any point. So,
Yeah. I just don't. I don't think I played it. I didn't enjoy it. So.
Plus, it has some of the best maps, like Desert. I think Desert is probably one of the most iconic multiplayer map in gaming.
The only map I know is like a temple, which I'm assuming might be desert. I don't know.
Well, no, was it in a desert?
Well, it was a temple in a desert.
Might be desert.
It might be that then. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm not. I think I don't know, because it's difficult, because when someone mentions Counter-Strike, the first one I think of is Source, but Source is just a remake of Counter-Strike.
Yes.
Which is why I'm like, I don't like. I'm struggling. Does that make sense? Do you get?
Yeah.
That does.
Yeah.
It basically means what you've played of the Counter-Strike franchise, you
Yeah.
kind of enjoyed and you respect, but then you're like, it wasn't actually the one I'm nominating, but then the one I'm nominating is basically...
The one you're nominating is the one that I've played, but I haven't played the remake. And when
Yeah,
when
it's
I
like-
think of a multiplayer, like, esports shooter, Counter-Strike, when I think of Source, I don't think of normal Counter-Strike
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
and it's quite annoying. You're really annoying me right now, Laura, because I don't know what to vote.
Thank you.
Does anyone want to go to a vote?
I
Can
mean,
they?
I don't know if my luck's in, so...
Because I'm going last, because I'm still deciding.
Okay. Slazo can go first then, start it off.
Well, no, you can go first, Laura.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, so you go first, Laura. So you voted yes.
Yes.
Slazo?
It's a tricky one, but for pioneering esport and being another one of the kind of linchpins that would keep Valve going through, especially with like when it got remade in Source and everything. Yeah, go on. I'll say yeah.
Yeah, go on. That was sort of a like, I'll do it.
There you go, pressure off, Squiggy.
Thank you, because I was going to vote no, because I don't really like it. It
Would
wouldn't be
a personal opinion affect a poll?
I know. But it just wouldn't be if someone asked me to recommend them a top like a shooter, and like had to be one to put in the top 50, and like a multiplayer one, this wouldn't be my choice. I agree with what you said about what it's done for esports and everything like that, but it's not the one that if someone mentioned to me an esports shooter, a Valve one, I wouldn't think of the original Counter-Strike. If that makes sense. Like for me, Counter-Strike Source is...
Well, I'd say Source. But...
Yeah. But that's what I mean, like if someone had to make me recommend a Counter-Strike game, I'd recommend Source. And that's why I voted no. I can see even though Source is this one, but Source is more synonymous with me for that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's my reason. But yeah, so with two votes, I'm starting to vote no on a lot of things. I've just realised that. With 2 votes, Counter-Strike, the original, I think it's called 1.6 now. People call
1.6.
We'll call it 1.6. Yeah. Counter-Strike 1.6 has made it into the top 50 list, joining some critically acclaimed titles such as Bioshock, some Grand Theft Auto game, I can't remember which one, some stuff Slazo nominated, which I can't remember either.
Some stuff. I mean,
a lot of stuff.
If you decide to listen back to our podcast from 2016, spoiler, if I nominate the game, it goes in.
And if I nominate it, Slazo has an excuse for not to go in. Even though he likes the game, he's got an excuse. So that's in the list. How many have we got now? Is it 47?
48.
48. So there's only 2 more left to go in. So
2 more left. You're next.
I cannot believe I survived. Like, oh my god, I survived. Sorry.
So basically, I'm either going to nominate a rubbish game, so Slazo doesn't get the honour of the 50th, or Slazo's going to vote yes to mine anyway, so it gets in so he can have the 50th.
Yeah, but I've got to get the 50th in.
Yeah,
so...
but let's be honest.
It's fine. I've got plans for a 49th and a 50th, depending on how it goes down.
Oh well, good for you. Was going to vote no to both of them. This has been episode 65 of the Party Chat podcast. Join us next week to see if I get a game into the top 50. Until then, have a good week. What?
Nothing.
I don't know what you said there.
Foreshadowing.
Carry on, Squiggy.
Until I know what you said actually. Until next week, I would say it's been a pleasure, but it really hasn't. Getting some shade thrown at me, but thanks for listening anyway, and we'll see you next week.
XOXOXO.